Hello, and welcome to episode 2 of the Shark Gathering series. In this episode, we will focus more on the outer edge of the gathering with smaller sharks coming up from the depths and moving along the outer reef. We will also take a look at the larger lemon sharks in the innermost reef as they almost seem to scrape along the bottom. Finally, we will finish up this episode with a look at an interesting jellyfish that almost looks human-like. So let's dive in. As the drone heads back to the main shark gathering area, right away I spot a few of the sharp-nosed sharks, which is encouraging. I also come across this sea turtle with a gorgeous shell. The turtle is just taking a few breaths and plotting its course, and then off it goes. It looks like I have found the southern edge of the sharks. There are sharks on the reef and also coming up from the deeper water. Most of the sharks that we are seeing are the smaller sharks that I am calling the Atlantic sharp-nosed sharks. I've reached out to some shark experts to get some confirmation on this. Anyway, you can tell them from the lemon sharks by their dark line that extends from the dorsal fin to the tip of their tail. Some have a more solid line, while others it is more like a dashed line. Look at all of them. There must be close to 100 sharks in frame right now. You will see some sea turtles mixed in here as they enjoy the seagrass on these reefs below. I'm continuing a bit further north to see just how far the gathering extends. More of the sharks up here are to the right in the deeper water. If you look really close, there is a bonnethead shark mixed in here with all those other sharks. It's pretty small and hard to see in this murky water. More and more sharks continue to ascend from the depths. I'm heading a bit further to the north, with the reef here on my left. As you can see, there are still a lot of sharks over to the right. If you pay attention to the lower left corner, you'll see two sharks get in a little tussle. Most of these sharks along here are pretty small. Here comes a pelican to show you a visual of what I mean. While the pelican didn't fly directly over the sharks, it did fly close enough where we can eyeball a size comparison between the two. It was mesmerizing to watch all these sharks pour in from all different directions. What do you think about seeing all these sharks? Please let me know in the comments what your thoughts are on this gathering. Next, we are coming up on the bigger sharks along the reef. Unfortunately, the water was just murky enough to make it a little bit tough to find these sharks. As we make our way to the shallowest reef, the big sharks start to come into view. I decide to follow this shark and see if it takes me to a larger group. The water is very shallow here, as you can tell by the reef below. I estimate that most of these sharks are over 6 feet in length. These sharks seem to have a much more calm demeanor. It was relaxing and almost hypnotic to just watch them swimming below. Unfortunately, we've used enough of the battery that it's time to head back. On the way back, I want to point out all of these moon jellyfish. There are thousands of them still out there. But amongst all of these jellyfish, there's this one, which is called a Pink Meanie. If you look really close, doesn't that look like a human head on the very top? These pink meanies eat other jellyfish, like these moon jellyfish that are nearby. Now that it's flipped around, you can see the bell that it uses to push water to move itself along. I kept watching it as this moon jellyfish got closer and closer to it. Just as it looked like the Pink Meanie was about to grab onto the moon jellyfish, my battery on my drone got low enough that it initiated a return to home and I was unable to see what happened. Thanks again for joining me on this adventure. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you would like to see more content like this, please consider subscribing to my channel. If you got anything useful from this video, please hit the like button and share it with others that you think would also enjoy this type of content. I am grateful for each of you that take the time to watch these videos and appreciate any feedback in the comments below. I look forward to seeing you in the next one.